circle of friends and, just people that I really respected kind of lose their rationality and become very narrow-minded and vicious against people who disagree with them. And when Me Too happened, that was a real point in time that I was like, I'm done. I don't want to be associated with this. I saw people use something that started out being good as a weapon to destroy people, and it just became really clear to me that there were like some really dark implications of this ideology.
Then the mission became, to elect Donald Trump to defeat Hillary, right? And I became part of that kind of group think to where I was in Team Republican, and really, if for nothing else than to defeat the other team, is why we had to vote for one person. And after the 2016 election and the following 2 years is when I really started to kind of by accident discover people like Simon Sinek and Jordan Peterson and Brett and Eric Weinstein and the rest of the, the intellectual dark web. And I really started to think, see what true, honest conversations about polarizing topics looked like. And that made me start to look at how I viewed those same topics and same events going on in the country. And had I really given, my own beliefs and my look into politics, an honest view. And that's when I started to kind of extract myself from that group think.
But I think what changed my perspective is several years ago, I listened to Jonathan Haidt's TED Talk about the moral landscape. And so I really started to think, okay, so like we as liberals and conservatives, the major difference we have is that we put more weight on specific values. And I think that's a really good thing because, ultimately we need to have these two sides who are in slight opposition so that we can come to a center that is reasonable and it's thought out. And
one of my friends referenced me being like pretty libertarian, and he turned to me and was like, wait, what? You are like a Republican? I was like, no, but also, is that a problem? And then for the next 2 hours, he grilled me on every issue he could think of to, in his own words, determine that I was a good person.
And that's what caught my attention. And I've kind of latched onto that idea as like the last hope for us, because I think that to get anything done, you'd have to get both sides of the aisle because of the filibuster in the Senate and the majority required in Congress. And there's certain facets to our republic that would require a popular consensus rather than the forced consensus that we have now with partisan politics.
A lot of us probably agree that there's a lack of nuance out there because you're not really allowed to say, I just don't know. And that's it. Everyone's like, well, what do you mean you just don't know? What you have to, this, and they just kind of go at you. And again, I think personally, I'd love to hear everyone's thoughts on this, but I think it does come from a good place.